Oh my gosh. Some guy is in there going off about the Messiah.
You mean President Obama?
No. I mean President Reagan.
President Reagan was a conservative god. Reagan was the greatest president of the 20th century. President Reagan is the very definition of conservatism.
Define conservatism.
Conservatives believe in smaller government. Conservatives believe in free enterprise. Conservatives believe in fiscal responsibility. Conservatives believe in family values, pro-life and all that. You know all of this.
I do. I was just making sure that you knew what conservatism was.
Of course I do.
Good. Reagan, as governor of California, was the second governor to legalize abortion on demand. He was the first governor to legalize no-fault divorce. So much for family values. Would you like to talk about smaller government? In 1986, Reagan expanded his cabinet to include the Department of Education. Now, every little decision that happens in your child's school is a federal case. So much for smaller government. Would you like to talk about free enterprise? Reagan turned down a flat tax which would have leveled the playing field for businesses.
Reagan passed a huge tax cut that stimulated the economy.
The tax cut passed in 1981 had to be fixed a year later with the passage of TEFRA, the Tax Equity and Fiscal Responsibility Act of 1982, the largest peacetime tax increase in history. It raised taxes 1% of GDP. In 1987, Reagan raised capital gains taxes 40%.
Trying to attain perfection is impossible. You have set the bar too high. You're just being a liberal asshole.
You are the one who told me what conservatives believe in. Did you not know what you meant?
I know what I meant.
Okay then. How was Reagan a conservative?
Well, he just was.
How?
I don't know. I keep hearing it.
Would you like to talk about fiscal responsibility? Even though he passed the largest tax increase in history, he tripled the national debt. He spent $3 trillion he didn't have.
Tip O'Neill and the Democrats were in control of Congress.
Where the hell did you go to school? Congress does not sign the laws. They can override a veto, but Reagan didn't veto spending. He spent like a pimp at a Republican convention. Would you like to talk some more about fiscal responsibility? Reagan borrowed $1 trillion for 30 years at 14% interest. Do you know how much that will cost in the long run to pay off? About $4.2 trillion. By the way, the 30-year bonds start coming due in 2012. So much for fiscal responsibility. Oh well. None out of 4 ain't bad. Thanks to Ronald Reagan and his so-called fiscal responsibility, we are so far beyond screwed that the light from Screwed won't catch us for 100 years. But sure as shit. Reagan was a conservative.